Okay, hi and welcome back, and going to continue the instructions on the emailing. So in this way we're going to work our way through the whole list, and eventually you will have completed and scheduled all of these emails where the email status is valid. Working your way through the list and composing the emails like we did in the first one. And what happens next is you've got, when you get all the way down to the bottom and you've done your 100 entries, you've got another sheet to work on. Only this time it's canned response number 2. So what you'd need to do is you'd need to go to your canned responses, copy your canned response from canned response number 2, paste it into Notepad like we taught you earlier, copy it, and paste it back into a blank email. We're going to delete the signature because we're just saving a canned response, and we're going to click on more options, canned responses, and you'd say new canned response. We're going to call this one canned response 2. Go ahead and click on OK and then close that. And now when I compose an email and I go canned responses, I've got a choice between canned response 1 and canned response 2. And canned response 2 is going to be working with a spreadsheet where the canned response ID says canned response 2. And if you go ahead and have a look at the other spreadsheets, you'll see there's a canned response 3, a canned response 4, and a canned response number 5. So we're going to have the option of adding new canned responses for each of our emailing jobs. And there's going to be an ID in your spreadsheet that tells you which canned response to use for that email and that domain name. The process will be the same for each of the sheets. The first job is to do the email checker. The first job in any sheet will be to check the email address, record the status, whether or not it is valid or not valid. So there would need to be a status update in this column, update the canned responses, and we find our subject lines in the email instructions sheet. Okay, great. So that's how you work your way through the different sheets. They all work the same. There's a slight variation. The canned responses are different, and the subject lines will be different. We're using a new subject line for each new canned response. I'm going to go ahead and get back to you in the next video and talk to you about what you do next.